Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, welcome. Thanks for coming on, dude.
No worries, mate.
How you?
Pleasure. Thanks for
Yeah,
having us. Yeah.
yeah. It's been nice chatting to everyone. Yeah, just thought it was a good idea to keep connected, man.
Yeah.
And speaking face to face a little bit, missing that out in the clubs and out and about, right?
Oh, mate. Yeah, massively.
So
Don't, mate. Massively. Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah. How you been surviving? How did you make it through last year, man?
Yeah. No. Yeah. All good. Biggest changes for me. Started working from home full time, which has been all right. It's been nice not having to commute into London every day because I live in Essex, so
Yeah,
having to commute in every day was a bit of a pain in the backside, should we say, sometimes. But
yeah.
don't have to do that. Haven't had to do that over the last year, so that's been nice. Getting some more free time and stuff after
Brilliant.
work and that.
Glad that's working
Um,
out. Yep.
and yeah, other than that, just going through the motions like everyone else was. Really, the only downside was I actually caught COVID at Christmas, so I was really ill.
Wow.
So that was the only thing. Yeah,
Yep.
a bit of a massive downer on it. And to all the conspiracy theorists out there, whatever, trust me, it is real. It is horrible, and you don't want it. That's basically what I've been saying to people. So
Yeah,
yeah, stay safe,
yeah.
man.
Thanks.
Stay
Yeah, I
safe.
know. I've
Wash your
been.
hands, all that sort of stuff they're telling you to do.
Yeah,
Keep your distance and all that. Yeah, until we're out of this, until these vaccines start kicking in and stuff like that. We need to be careful these days because yeah, trust me, you don't want to have it. It's not nice at all.
yeah. I've
All-
heard. I've heard those similar stories, man. So glad
Yeah.
you're all good now, man.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it took a while. I'm not gonna lie to you. It did take a while. Like probably the longest illness I've had for sure. Like it took a while to get over it, but yeah, all good now, mate. Thank God.
Cool. Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
good to hear, man. Yeah, a few friends, same situation. So we're all yeah, just working together to get out of this, I guess. So
that's it, mate. Yeah, that's it. But seeing some promising good things, especially with the vaccine rollout and the data that's coming out of it and stuff like that.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like
It's good.
yeah, definitely a bit better news up and coming.
Yeah,
Not placing any bets on when everything's kind of got to be opening, not just for music but for everything. So
yeah.
yeah, just
Best not to, mate, with this government for sure. Wouldn't put a bet on it,
yeah,
definitely. But yeah, no, it will happen. I think it's just a case, like you said, when it's just going to take a bit of time. That's all. But
yeah.
we'll be back to normality soon in the clubs, raving, having a good time. I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's it. I know everyone's trying to get their bookings done, and it's best to people are just booking in dates now. They don't know what's going to happen, but they just get full time kind of DJs. They're just constantly in booking events, just in the hope that they're going to open up. So that's all you can do right now, I think,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
on that side of things. Yeah,
yeah. So it's awkward because you want to plan, but at the same time, you could, if you do too early, you could be in a position where you're gonna have to cancel, which is obviously another thing. You might have
yeah,
already put some money in or whatever, so that's not ideal.
yeah, yeah. I see. Yeah, I see these events advertising, and I was just thinking, oh, it's probably better that they sell all their tickets and then have to like rearrange it than being like the last festival or whatever to advertise and then no one wanted their tickets. So it's quite a weird position, I reckon they're in.
Yeah, for sure. Also, like you're booking all these DJs getting booked, and then by the time you come around to booking people, everyone's like not available. Do you know what I mean? And you're having to sort of, the big artists, especially. I imagine they're already taking a lot of bookings right now, so
Right.
they'll be booked up probably for quite a lot of the time as well. So
Oh yeah, because you mean they're like getting booked in like placeholders, kind of just the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like,
and
then,
they always do, don't they?
yeah, of course. Yeah,
There's only so many gigs you can play on one night as well. I know that for sure as well. So you can't
yeah,
be in 10 places at once. So
yeah, yeah. You hear about some of those New Year's Eve sessions. New Year's Eve sessions, some of the DJs do like fly around, try and get in as many gigs as they can. Man, it's quite
yeah,
always fun to hear like what they get up to.
yeah, definitely.
How about your year last year and up to now then with music and things, man? It's like Beatport's obviously you got quite a string of releases towards the end
Yeah,
of last year, kind of just keeping them coming out. So that's cool to see.
yeah. Yeah, nah. I'd say like releases wise was actually really good. I joined Graham's Boost like program as well for a while. That was good.
Great, cool, yeah,
Had a release through that. Yeah. that was good. And then the couple of label releases towards the back end of last year.
Yeah, I saw Wasted Music, and then your new release, your new EP on Price Incorrect.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah.
Tell us about those, man.
Yeah, So Wasted was good. That got released, I think, in December. So that was a nice December release. So I was looking forward to December release. The Price Incorrect one, funny enough, that was meant to be in December as well. They got pushed back. So that was kind of good in a sense as well. So I'd like them to be more a bit spaced out rather than having all at once. It's always good because you can promote them properly. Do you know what I mean? Share things more.
Yep. That's it. Cool.
Which is good.
Yep.
Both labels great. Like went up on all platforms, shared everywhere, which is good. I always like that when labels don't just put it on like say Beatport, they put it on Spotify and everywhere else, SoundCloud as well, so you can repost the tracks and all that sort of stuff. I really respect all that.
Yeah.
That was all good.
Awesome. Yep.
And other than that, was just carrying on with my mix series. I was producing quite a few. Like I got quite a few tracks done last year. My motivation dipped a little bit, like as time went on a bit, because things just weren't happening, were they? And
you're like, when's my track going to get played out and about?
Yeah, this is the problem. So the biggest thing I found, right? So I always send out loads of emails when I finish tracks, like promos or whatever. I've got quite a good roster of names, like emails wise, and the response I got, like compared to normal, was like barely any listens. No one really checking their emails and stuff like that. And speaking to a couple of people, they were like, "Yeah, no one's checking their emails, mate. No one's looking for tracks right now." Just like, all right, okay, well, I could just make them and sit on them. And then, do you know what I mean? But then it sort of does like affect your motivation a bit because, like you say, you make a track and you want to send it and you want to get that big download from like a, Jamie Jones or Solado or whoever. So when you don't get that, or even like a listen, or anything like that, it's it can be a bit demotivating. But at the same time, just keep playing on.
Yeah. What is that? What is that slowdown about then? Is it that they're working on other projects for now, like something different, or like?
I don't know. It's just people aren't playing out, are they? So they're not looking for tracks. And I think like people only check their emails for promos and stuff when they're playing a gig. That's usually how it works.
Yeah, good point.
And I thought about actually maybe the live streams, but then they sort of calmed down a bit as well. I don't know if you noticed towards the back. I think a lot of like Facebook and that and Instagram, they were like blocking a lot of them, which didn't help as well.
Yeah.
So even they started like what I had last year was Jimmy Switch play a track on his live stream, one of mine.
I think I saw that. Yep.
Yeah. So that was good, but that was the only one that I really had. To be honest. And I did see like even many people sharing videos of people playing their tracks live streams because maybe they just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like some of the guys are doing like regular weekly ones, and they do say it's quite good to build an audience like with a weekly set. It's quite it's fair commitment, but if you're stuck not being able to travel, then that's great. And then I definitely noticed like though obviously the gigs a lot lower, so they're not doing as many streams as they would be gigs. Basically, that's what I was going to say. So, so it makes a lot of sense statistically that they're just not going to have as many tracks, I guess. I've heard like people talk about over this year creating kind of an album that is to be designed to be listened to at home or something a bit more than in a club.
Camelfat did that, didn't they? Yeah, a few others I see.
Quite interesting, yeah. So that's quite interesting. I know one of the techno guys, Chris Lyberg, he created an ambient album, which is interesting for a techno guy. But it's an interesting project. So that's one way of looking at it. I took that tip because I produce a bit of music as well. So I took that tip. No, I see you've been. You've got your. Is it monthly set you release? You do
usually, mix series,
Yeah, cool. So, we're smashing that out. It's cool, man.
I try and do it once a month. That's another good thing as well that happened last year. So I bought myself what was it? XDJX. What's it called?
Yeah,
trying to get the name.
The Pioneer.
XDJXZ Pioneer controller. You know the one with the screen on it where it's just USB in and go.
Awesome, yeah.
So I bought one of them last year. Which I'm really happy about. Like, such a good bit of kit, honestly. Like, just basically the same as CDJs, pretty much, except you've got the one screen instead of the two.
Right.
Honestly, mate, it's brilliant. And I just record all my mixes on that at the moment. So I
Cool.
built my mix series that I do once a month. I did a podcast for I think I did a couple last year.
Yeah, you've been on a few. Yeah, on a few things, man. I've been
Yeah,
checking them out. I liked
yeah,
your
Wish Harder.
because you're
Yeah.
you do quite a lot of tech house, and I like your deep set from you did for In the Know records.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was
A lot
nice,
of people.
man.
Yeah, minimal. I love minimal, mate. Honestly,
Yeah, you
I
did
do
it.
love.
You went minimal deep on that one, and I was that was quite cool.
Yeah,
That I was like, it was cool to see that you switching up your styles a little bit as well. It was cool, man.
yeah. Nah, mate. That's all I listen to these days. You know, I could see myself probably going that way eventually. Like even the latest track I've finished is like the most minimalist, if that's a word, minimalist, yeah,
Hmm.
track I've ever done. Um, and yeah, I'm really liking the sound of it, mate. Honestly, and nice. It's mostly what I listen to these days, so I could see myself going that way. It's weird, like the class is minimal, but it is kind of like groovy tech house, really. Like when you
Yeah,
listen to.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I love all that stuff, mate. Honestly, yeah, that mix I really enjoyed doing. The only thing is, I always like to put my own tracks in a mix, and I think that was the only one I didn't do it because I didn't have one that kind of fit. Um,
Cool.
but even like my latest mixes like from my mix series,
Yep.
I always try and make like throw loads of minimal tracks in there. And I think going forward, like any tracks I'm making will kind of have that like more minimalistic vibe rather than just straight tech house.
No, yeah, I
Um,
think
but I
yeah.
do like both. To be honest with you, guilty as charged. I do like both.
No, yeah, like you can really smash it with the tech house, can't you, man? So
Yeah.
I saw your track video get you did a video of it getting played at Abode. That was a cool one to watch, man.
Oh, that's G.W. Harrison. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a
So
cool one
it's
just to
mad.
see it go off. So
Oh, mate, it was. Yeah. I remember when I found out about it. So I was on the train to work at the time, and I was just looking through the videos of like because the bow's on a Sunday night, isn't it? So I go to work Monday morning.
right,
I didn't go, but watching the videos back because I knew he'd downloaded. So I thought, oh well, he might play whatever. And then one of the
yeah,
videos they put up abode, it was of the track. I was like, whoa, it's mental because I just come out of production lessons, right? So I did production lessons up in Manchester.
oh yeah,
Yeah, so like that's how sort of like I started learning to make music properly. But it wasn't long after that I finished those batch of tracks, and that reggae track was one of them. And
yeah.
then um, that's one of the ones he downloaded and he played it. Honestly, like seeing the crowd reaction, that's a Pack 338. Honestly, it was mental. It was like one of the best feelings I've had.
Awesome, man.
And that,
Yeah,
as a result of that, that got signed as well to Shanghai. So Graham and
right. Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah, Graham. Yeah.
Graham and what's his name?
Oh, okay,
Waxwork.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so I can't remember. I think it's Mike. I think his name is. Yeah. So they signed it to Shanghai just based off that. So that was really good.
Yeah, that's fun to watch, man. Just everyone having fun dancing to it, and then just gives you a bit of an injection on what people like and what you can create, or what's working that you're creating, kind of thing.
That's it, mate. That's exactly it.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, that track, yeah, it probably is. It's weird because when I'm making like a batch of tracks, I always thought, oh, that one's probably the worst out of all of them, and then it turned out that one was done the best out of all of them. It's mental.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, it's mental. You always think that as well. I've heard people say that before. They say, "Oh, you think that's the worst one," and then it absolutely bangs. You know what I mean? Like everyone loves it, and it's just like that's the one.
yeah. Wow. Yeah,
Weird,
yeah,
mate. That
yeah.
works out that way.
That's why it just pays to, you know what they say when you're producing, just keep on producing, man, and you just as long as you're
Yeah,
making tracks, it's good, all good basically.
yeah, mate. Yeah. The only like biggest piece of advice I would give anyone is either go have some lessons or go and sit with someone that knows what they're doing and is making tracks that you like, and basically go through the whole process with
Cool.
them
Yeah.
or
Right.
doing lessons. Like I don't get it when people say like, "Oh, I just taught myself," whatever. And it's just like, no, you didn't. And also, your tracks might not sound very good compared to like other people's, and there's a reason for that. Do you know what I mean? So go learn off people that know what they're doing
Yeah, I agree,
and
man. Yeah.
advice on. And that's the biggest piece of advice I give to anyone like starting producing. Honestly, just
Yeah.
go and learn off someone that knows what they're doing. So
Yeah.
for me, I went up to Manchester, done 2 weeks up there in total. So I done 1 week, and then I went back a couple months later and done another week. Make me a DJ.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
So my tutor was Creature, Ash Creature.
Yeah, I've heard of Creature. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he was my tutor basically.
Oh, that's a
And
nice
Mark
tutor.
as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, mate, honestly, and Mark as well. He's got a techno A-list, Redosa. Do you know Redosa, techno A-list?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he so it's them two. So I had lessons with Mark the first week, and then when I went back the second week, I was with Ash.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But honestly, listen to their music; it's just unreal. Like, so
Yeah.
it's hardcore techno, Mark, and then Ash is like tech house minimal, more minimal these days. And honestly, their stuff's so good. They're the people like you listen to their tracks, you think, oh, that's unreal, and then because obviously they have the business there.
Yep.
I was fortunate enough to be able to stay at a family's place not far, and then drive down there and have a week doing lessons up there. So
Perfect.
Really
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, is that
what it's advice to anyone?
Yeah.
Just, like,
No,
just go do that, and
yeah.
then eventually you find your way, and you're making stuff you like, and it sounds good, and you're all good.
I
basically.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Yeah. So are they running? Yeah, they're both based in Manchester anyway, are they?
Yeah, so they've got a school. I think at the moment, obviously, they have to do virtual because I'm guessing it can't be open. But make me a DJ, yeah, Manchester. Honestly, like if you're in and around that area, or you can stay up there for a week and just go have some lessons with them. Honestly, they're so good.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
That's because In the Know with one of your sets was on In the Know with Craig Harrison, I think, and he's up in Manchester, I think, as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I think him and Paul. Yeah, I think Blackburn. I think they're from. I met him in Ibiza actually, Craig.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, he's a good lad, and Paul as well. But yeah, a lot of people said that to me. That set, they really like it. It's weird. I really enjoy doing it, especially like that last track, that Dance Like Madonna track. Honestly, just when I first heard it, I was like, wow, this is unreal. Do you know what I mean? Solid Grooves release as well.
Okay, yeah.
Try and make tracks like that one day. Hopefully, we'll get to that level where I can. But honestly, they just sounded amazing.
I'll definitely be playing it. I've had it played a few times. I'll be playing it again at some point. Definitely, it's good rhythm. I like what they're In the Know are doing. Is just a nice, nice sound they got going.
If I get a good, nice minimal edit going or whatever, I'll definitely be sending it to them, like sort of thing. Because I've listened to like a couple of their last releases. They sounded really good. So,
no, they are. With the music production, like you're saying, there's quite at the beginning. You need a map because it's quite technical. Entry level to get in, and I had a similar experience. I did mess around a lot myself, and then with videos online and stuff. But I think I kind of solidified all the knowledge with the tutor for a while, and just someone like you said who's already doing it. Because to get to like that, there's no point messing around, is it? If you just want to get to a baseline standard where like basically the kick, the bass, and everything else is working at least at minimum and working together.
Absolutely, that's it.
That's where you want to start, man.
Some of when I first started, and then when looking back, and then like when you listen to the stuff, and you just know it just sounds awful. So what? I'm not doing this right. I don't really know what I'm doing. Tried all watching the videos and stuff, and it just didn't work. So I'm like, right, I just want someone to show me what I need to do to make like bangers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when I was talking to someone online, and they said to me like, you need to come have lessons up here. Honestly, they're like, you won't regret it. They're so good. And then I spoke to a family member who lives like about half-hour drive away, and they said, you can stay with us for one, have a week off work, and then go do it.
Perfect.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And then after I'd done the first week, I was like, right, I need to get back, because I basically did go through half the process of making a track, and then worked on all of that, and then went back with Ash and finished off the rest of it in that second week. And then after that, right, I can make a full track now. That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
And then picked up since then, like one of my mates, Muradell, he's like been producing for like, I don't know, God knows, 12 years or something like that. Got like a 20-30 grand set up studio in his house, like got a degree in music production, honestly, and I've been making tunes with him, and honestly like picking bits off him as well, because he proper knows his stuff.
That helps, man. Like someone who's got a studio like that.
I
can hear it in your tracks.
You don't need a 20-30 grand studio, like
wow.
You just to have someone to show you who knows what they're doing, that's the key thing. That's what you do need.
Definitely. I can hear it. I can hear it in your tracks, mate. They come through straight away. You can just hear it there. Because our studio, like I think I've seen some pictures of, do you know like East End Dub, seen his photos of his studio on Instagram, something like that. It's,
mate, honestly,
it's kind of a dream studio kind of setup.
I don't know where that is, whether he's rented somewhere or it's in the bottom of his house or what, but mate, honestly, it's...
Shout out to East End Dubs.
I don't even know what them things are on his walls, or what they do.
Yeah.
Like a supercomputer or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, one side's got keyboards and the other side's got like just a giant box.
It looks like, like an encoding thing, like supercomputer what they use.
Yeah.
It looks like one of them. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you listen to his stuff, and honestly, it's just unreal.
Yeah, he's
And
got tight mixes as well. Yeah.
yeah, it's unreal, mate. Unreal. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
but
cool.
I say, production-wise, I'm definitely not at the level I want to be, but I'm definitely a lot better than what I was. That's the key thing. So I'm improving, I think, a lot every time. The only unfortunate thing for me at the moment, I don't have like a studio room. That's what I really want, like a room where I can proper sound treat it, get some really good monitors and stuff like that. At the moment, as like you can see, I'm just in my flat, so
Okay, yeah.
like a separate room or nothing like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
you still like got enough here to like sort of crack on with. And,
Yeah. I've got a space. Sorry. Yeah, I've got a space in an open flat as well, and it's working out all right actually. So yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think my dream is to have like a little like techno dungeon or whatever, tech house dungeon, and just like sit in it. Treated, keep the whole sound in the room, have some really good monitors, and just like crack on like 2 hours in. You know what I mean? That's the dream goal for me. It will happen one day.
Yeah, no, I think it's nice to have. Yeah, I looked at treating my flat because it's quite, like I said, open plan. And then you start looking at the treating advice, and it's just basically like cover every wall in treating. It's like, okay, turn my whole flat into that. But
I think a bit too big a spaces, really. Yeah, that's why like a little room is proper, like a room.
Yeah,
it's so much easier to treat. Like you said, you can treat every wall. Do you know what I mean? It's only 4 usually.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
you put stuff on the floor. My mate's got these acoustic panels. The one I was telling you about with the 20 bag studio setup. He's got like acoustic panels on the ceilings and the walls.
Yeah.
To really sound treat the room. So you can get all that. But to be honest with you, mate, you don't need all that. If you know how to use your DUI or whatever, you know how to use it, and you've got a good pair of headphones.
Yeah,
you can still crack on with that as well.
That's it. Yeah,
a lot of people don't have these setups, and they still make like really good tunes. So you don't need it, but.
Yeah, I know. You see them at laptops sometimes, just tiny laptop and 2 speakers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like as well plugins. Like you don't need thousands of plugins, but there are like a lot of good plugins out there that will make your tracks better.
Go on then, fire us a couple of those, man.
Oh, mate.
Maybe your top 5 or something.
Sound Toys, right?
Yeah,
that's the big one. So, you got Decapitator. You got Echo Boy. You got was it Auto Boy? Echo Boy. I think I can't remember the Echo
Reverb
one anyway.
or something. Yeah.
I just see it as Echo. Yeah. Mate, honestly, they're absolutely class. Auto Boy as well. I've just used that on a vocal. I
just heard about that.
Pictured a vocal.
Honestly, oh really? Mate,
good, yeah.
Okay.
I use Artura for synths.
Yeah.
I've got
same.
Really good.
They do some of the old school stuff, don't they?
I like the what's it called? I can't remember my favourite one. The Jupiter one's quite good, but I think Synths 2 or something it's called. I can't remember.
There's a synth Clavio, which is like a really old school thing. But yeah.
Says Me Too or something like that. I think it's called. I can't remember it within it, but I really like that one. Use that one a lot. Then you got your Fab filters for your EQs and your filter if you like, but I use Fab filter EQs for everything. Really, really good.
Cool. Good choice.
Got so for bass, I use Subboom bass, but there are like good ones out there as well. Other ones you can use, like a lot of people use Serum.
Yeah.
Which is quite good.
Our bass, I heard about, to enhance your bass, like after.
Yeah. I think my mate uses that our bass. Yeah.
Cool.
It's really good.
Cool.
But I use Subboom.
Cool.
Got quite some nice sounds out of it lately.
Is that a synth? Is it?
Subboom bass, so it's just
bass,
it's Rob Pappen, I think it is.
Okay, cool.
It's just like plug-in for bass, basically. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm making notes
on it and stuff. And you can change it all and that. But I'm trying to find like my ideal bass sound because that's what I want my sound to be eventually. So I haven't found my sound yet. I'll be honest with you.
Tell me about it with the bass. Yeah, bass is quite complex as well. So
bass line's everything, mate. Do you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I think so. And getting it to work, getting a clear bass to work with the rest of the track and the kick and everything is quite a challenge, man. I'm finding that as well. So yeah.
My big thing at the moment, I'm going for groovy bass lines all the time. So I listen to a lot of groovy minimal stuff, So what I'm just going for now, just groovy bass lines, basically.
Yeah.
And just fitting everything else around that. And if I get a nice sounding bass line, then everything else is just a bonus, really.
Yeah, they're quite the minimal ones are quite plucky. Deep, they're deep, but they're plucky, aren't they? Quite quick response.
Mate.
Skip around.
I found a couple of presets now that I quite like the last 2 tracks I've done. So the new ones I've started. going to continue with them, see what happens, see where it takes you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, looking forward to hearing that, mate. Yeah, I've been doing that with projects. It's like if I want to write an EP, I don't know, and you can tell us how you approach your last EP you just done. But yeah, I stick with a template with relatively everything set up similarly, and then just create a new track out of that template each time. Like you said, if you've got your bass preset, you might use a similar one, and then because then the EP glues together a bit, right?
Yeah.
Does that
so
key
thing for me is I like to do things quickly as well. So I'm quite lazy, to be honest with you. So I like to
efficiency.
Even when it comes to my music, mate. Yeah. So I just like I like to have everything set up, like you said, and I've got everything kind of like set up wise now how I want it. So I use a really good plugin actually for kicks as well called Punchbox. This is something that I learned on my lessons to get as well. So I use that for kicks, and then I'll do the bass and subwoofer bass, and then I'll just like do all the drums. So you got your claps, your hi hats, and any other drum I want to put loads in. All adds to the groove. Another key thing, like you want to add as much in as possible because you want to get that groove in there. You want people to dance. If you add
of course, then
your tunes just flat. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've been there.
Tunes, right, and they're just flat. I'm like, I wouldn't sign that if I was a label just from looking at that. Then my feedback for you would be that is too flat. You need some more drums. You need some more groove in there.
All about the groove, yeah.
Exactly. So, because that was one of the things that at my lessons, you don't remember anything. Remember this groove. You need groove. You need elements. You need to be dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you put too few elements in there, your tune will just be flat and dead, and no one will want to hear it or listen to it or anything. So
yeah,
that's the key thing. And then get all my drums done. Then I'll whack a synth in mainly, and then vocals. Vocals is actually like the toughest thing to find a really good vocal that fits in with your track. It can take hours sometimes.
I agree.
That's why I like to get all the other stuff done out of the way, and then because I know the vocals, I'm going to be spending a lot of time trying to find a good vocal. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you find one straight away and you think, sweet, happy days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Found it. Let's go. But a lot of the time, it takes ages.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So I'll get that sorted, and then I'll just I'll lay the track out. Yeah. So I use Ableton. I start in session view always, get all the elements in, and then I'll move to arrangement view after that.
Okay.
And
yeah.
then once I'm in arrangement view, I'll add in all me like effects, anything else I think is missing. Say for example, I'll be like, I need to add some more in here. This isn't enough, or I might need to change something, and then just start arranging the track, mate. I'll put markers in as well, so that I have like first break in and then main drop and all that sort of stuff. Put all them in as well.
Yep.
And just sort of arrange the whole thing, and then
awesome.
I'll leave as well, key thing. So don't feel like I'll finish, I'm done. That's brilliant. Send it out. Like leave it for a week or two. Come back to it.
Let it simmer. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you might think it's done. And you listen to it and you think, oh no, I got to change that. That sounds awful. Do you know what I mean? Like anything in there. So
I like to sleep on it sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, mate, for sure, definitely. So
it's like a new pair of ears, isn't it? Next time you listen, it really helps, man.
Car test as well. You do the car test?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Well, I've got like 3 sets of speakers. Actually, I was going to say I got the same pair of Yamahas that you have. Actually.
Yeah.
You got the Yamahas. Yeah, I got them. They're really happy with those. Like I think 8-inch cones, and then I've got a mono speaker I switch it to. Yeah, I'm lazier than that, mate. Can't even bother to go into the car actually, but no, I'll put it on the car sometimes. But yeah, so I'll test it with a few speakers.
Just whack it on.
And,
yeah. I do like these speakers. They're all right. I prefer like they're good for high end, I think, but I think lower end. I'd want ones that are a bit more lower end. Because my mate, right, like I was saying to you, in the Shure setup he's got these, but as well as these, he's also got rockets.
Yeah.
So
cool.
They're like really basic.
Like so same size.
Balancing out. And then he's also got Adams as well, which I think eventually what I'll do is I'll upgrade these to Adams. I think all round, apparently, like a lot of people have said Adams are the best ones. So I probably will upgrade to them at some point. Just ain't got around to this one. Another thing I want to upgrade as well is my sound card. So I want to get what's it called? Auto Right one or whatever it's called. Quite most people have.
Is it the outboard one with the volume control on the top?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I was trying to think of it the other day.
And my mate's got the one up to that, and that's like $1,000. But the one you're talking about is like £400. I think that's the one I'm going to go for. The one that you said. Yeah,
there's like a dual and a quad and a double quad, and it's got more. Each one's got more CPU power, and then you can outboard there's a whole suite of the plugins that come with it. You can do your own mastering kind of chain as well, can't you?
you can, yeah. So yeah, definitely on the cards at some point. The upgrade will be sound card and maybe the Adams. But
Cool. Yep.
other than that, I've got a little keyboard here that I use sometimes.
Yep. Yep.
But it's always good to have like a keyboard. Like even like bigger ones, obviously better because you get more keys and stuff. You can find your note or whatever, etc. as you're going along. But got a little one here for now.
Cool. Yep.
And yeah, external hard drive to put everything on.
Yeah, bit of backup, definitely, mate.
That's it. All the samples on there, all backed up as well. It's another thing as well, I guess. The samples. So I got a lot when I did my lessons, and then I nicked a lot off my mates, if I'm being honest. But get as many samples as you can, mate. Everything you can.
Cool.
Anyone wants to give you, like, that's a good bit of advice as well. Where I say just get everything you can.
Yeah, I've been playing with Loop Cloud.
I've got thousands now, mate. I've got so many, which is great. I'll never be like short.
I think you're right. I think it's important because, it's nice once you've got that groove to like then start fleshing it out with, some decent samples and some good sounding ones. Plus, they can put your own, when you're creating a sound and you put like you start listening to a really high quality sample, you're like, oh, I need to up my game already because it's not as loud as it should sound or whatever. So,
yeah. So another good plugin as well. So obviously, Waves plugins are unreal.
Right.
The key one I use is called X Noise. A lot of people don't know about it. What it can do is like you got like a vocal sample and it can sound really messy and it can proper clean it so it sounds nice and sounds good.
Yeah.
So I use that quite a lot as well on vocals, which is really, really good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I recommend that X Noise Waves, mate. Honestly, it's really cheap as well. It's not expensive at all.
Okay. Yeah, I know that.
So you can just like. We're doing a deal. I think my mate actually got it for they were doing a deal at the time. My mate got it for like 30 quid when I showed him it. So,
I love those deals, man, they come out with.
Yeah, definitely.
Check out, I was talking to Cash Karma last week and we were talking about vocals. If you check out, I think it's in partnership with SoundCloud, they're called soundbetter.com. And you can find people who will, like if you, like you were saying, make a track and then you could send it to a singer and work with them on a concept and they'll just sing over the top straight away for you. So that might be something because then you just get bespoke and they kind of work with you on using their professional singing skills or whatever. It's quite cool. Quite a cool idea.
That sounds wicked, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah. It's
sure.
It's fun like mixing in some like other vocals that have been already recorded there as well, like just sampled. So
key thing I want to do and I want to try and get hold of like a decent mic like yourself there. Yeah. And sort of like record your own ones in. So
interesting.
Change them.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
Just change. Like a famous person that does that is Michael Bibby. He does that on every track. That's his voice. Do you know what I mean? He just changes it.
Of course. Yeah.
So, but a lot of people do it, and then like you said, no one can. There's no issues with copyright or anything like that. It's, you know what I mean? It's,
And I don't know how these like some of the bigger artists that are banging out so much music. It's insane how many sessions they must be having a week, right?
Yeah.
To come out with that.
Well, that's for me, but it's their full-time job, so it's easier for them, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah.
Do you have a full-time job as well then? Yeah, I take it, yeah?
Yeah, I do, yeah, but I'm similar situation to you at the moment, just at home, so...
That's it.
Yeah.
If only we could leave our full-time jobs and have it. That's all I would do, mate, all day, every day, be in the studio. Trust me, I love it, mate, honestly. Yeah. So good. Having studio days with your mates and stuff like that, like... weekends and that when you can, it's just such a good. Yeah,
weekends are good, and like after work, I can probably fit in 2-3 hours of creative time in the evening. To do some music, but it's tough, isn't it? In the evenings, I have to make the lights really bright and just focus on putting something out. Yeah. I was listening to Ben Rao on Josh Baker's podcast today, actually, and he was just saying, I think once you get to a certain level, like 4 hours a day, if you can fit it in into the evening, is all you need to create a lot of music. Once you get that workflow sorted, like you were talking about. Mate. So.
Thing is with me, like, so not commuting in for London. I remember starting the last lockdown. I was just like, great. So it's 4 o'clock and I'm done. So now I've got like another extra 2 hours or whatever the night before. So let's make some music. Yeah, like you said, and get cracking. What I found these days, I like to do things like in stages, like when I'm making music. And a lot of time I work at night as well. So obviously I use headphones a lot.
Yeah.
But I find that motivates me more to sort of do it when I want to do it. And I do like working a lot at night as well.
Yeah.
Like when I've got free time. And I just, when I do things in stages, like I said, where I'm sort of like maybe around Ableton quite a bit now compared to what I did, I can sort of get things done a lot quicker, which is really good. But it depends. Whatever works for you, mate. That's what it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Works for you.
As long as it's sounding as good as the kind of labels that you're trying to get onto, or at least the genre you're trying to get onto, it's fine, isn't it, man? But that must have been a cool journey, man, where you like started after producing a bit and then just hooking up with those guys in Manchester for a few weeks.
That's it.
Must have been a cool journey just to come out with and then listen to what you were coming out with after that. Like, really awesome, man.
Yeah, no, it was good. But I'd recommend it so much to anyone that's starting producing. Just you don't have to go there. You can just learn off someone that you like their music that they're making, because then you can make music like, not like theirs, but you can make music that's up to their standard, which you will really enjoy doing. That's the key thing.
No,
it was great, mate. Honestly, if you're gonna be up that way, definitely check them out. I'll
probably try and go to some of their parties or something. Definitely, I go up there sometimes. So Manchester, obviously, is famous for their parties, like warehouse parties and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's where Salada are from, isn't it? And they're pretty mental.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they got a lot of it. They've all like the Manchester lot have always had a lot of energy, like whether it's a band or electronic music as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good. I went to Paradise up there. That was really good a couple of years ago.
Okay, yeah. Is that one of the bigger clubs up there?
Yeah, it was in the Tunnels Club. I think it was just shutting, but they did a Paradise event there. So got to see
cool.
Ben Sterling was playing, Jamie was playing. Got to see them all. Yeah, no, it was good.
Awesome.
Yeah, no. Got a really good scene up there, yeah. That's what we saw Jimmy that night as well. Jimmy switched, obviously, he's from up that way.
Okay,
he's
yeah.
from there.
All right,
so, you got to see him that night as well. But yeah, no, it was good.
Oh, awesome, man. So what's this year looking like for you, music-wise, production-wise? Are you looking, what kind of project are you looking to, I know you've already mentioned you've got a couple of tracks that you're kind of working on already, so.
Yeah, mate, yeah. So I think I'm going to try and do like a change this year. Like I said, I've got my motivation back a bit now. So I'm going to try and go a bit, like you said, a bit more minimally.
Cool.
Tech house, rather than just going for straight tech house all the time.
So
like trying to reference more minimal tracks. It's all I listen to anyway, really, most of the time when I'm like driving or out and about. Sets I have on, they're all minimal sets these days. So
cool, yeah.
A bit more down that route.
Yeah.
Just sort of seeing where it takes, seeing what happens this year, whether parties are going to start up again, maybe try and go to a couple. It depends what's going to happen, mate. Stop being a bit lazier with sending stuff to labels as well. I need to start sending more stuff to labels, maybe, to see if I can get them signed.
Cool. Yep.
I think as well, when I'm making tunes now, I might start 6, but then only like 1 or 2 will make it. I'll just sack the other ones off. Because I feel like there's no point finishing a track if I know it's not going to sound very good. It might sound alright to someone else, but to me, I feel like I want this track to sound the best it can be, and if I can't, if it doesn't work. Yep. I was talking to Ash about this, like Creature, and he was saying, mate, I do this all the time. I'll just set that one off, can't bother, and then just crack on with the ones that you like. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's interesting. Yeah. Because there's like half people say, I always finish the track, and then half of the people say, just keep producing tracks as much as you can, and you can always like take whatever you've done with that one you sack off. You can always like save some of the parts to it and just use it in other tracks, right?
That's it, mate. Yeah, exactly. I heard that people say that to me before, like, oh no, once I start a track, I have to finish it. I'm like, why? It just sounds awful. It doesn't sound good. What's the point? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? Why not just focus on, start another one and it can sound amazing. You could be loving it. Do you know what I mean? Just do that, man. Don't waste your time on something that's not working. Do you know what I mean? Just crack on. That's why I always do a big batch at a time, because I know, like, especially now, like, I feel like I'm putting higher standards on myself because I listen to other people. Honestly, mate, some of the music that's out there at the moment is just so good.
It's so tight, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, mate. You listen to it and you're just like, oh my God, I would literally be the happiest person on the planet if I could make a tune as good as that.
Yeah.
And you listen to it and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
And you listen to your tune and you think, actually, that's nowhere near the standard. And then you sort of like set yourself higher standards.
You do. Yeah.
But then that makes your tunes better, even like, which is
I think so, yeah. Yeah. No,
at the moment.
We're going to see loads of evolution with the minimal, because it's kind of come up, because obviously like 10 years ago there was minimal, but this is a different type of minimal now, and this is a more like housey kind of minimal, and it's just going to be interesting this year seeing them the innovation. And yeah, what I like about it is they don't ignore the deeper side either, because I'm quite into my deep stuff and I'm trying to do a deep album right now. But I love those like lush pads that kind of might come in like halfway through and set up something and then go back into like a lovely groove or whatever. So
that's exactly, and what you've just described there is exactly what I've just done on the latest one I finished.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think I'll definitely send it over to you after this. See what you think.
Cool, man. Yeah, a little preview. Love it.
Yeah, I bought a pack, East End Dubs pack.
Oh yeah,
and it's got such nice sounding pads in there, and
awesome.
and you can sort of as well. That's what I'm going to be like on the lookout for as well, trying to get some pads, like some really nice sounding pads, because that's a lot of minimal tracks have them in. It just sounds so good.
Yeah, they do, man.
Maybe you can try and make your own on Artura. I've not even tried it yet, but I'm sure you'll be able to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet you could. They're very well made Arturia. I love the there's some really awesome ones you could deep dive into, and the rules are a bit looser with that style as well. It seems like you can use a few more synths you might not normally use and surprise the audience a little bit. So
for sure, mate. Absolutely, definitely.
That's yeah.
But yeah, no, really good. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be on the hunt out for this year.
Cool. Yeah, we'll be tuning in. Yeah, definitely, and tuning into the mixes as well. It's nice because that I find making a mix. Try minimum make like four a year, or like one every couple of months or something, or trying to do it more. But it really helps you focus on what you're trying to aim for as well. Like you said, you include your own tracks in it, and then that kind of what's the word? It just amps you up to when you're producing for those kind of sets.
Absolutely.
That you might end up playing out live as well, and it's always nice when you're tagging in the other artists. They can see, or labels, they can see that you're actually producing some cool stuff that they are as well. So
yeah, another thing I've been doing as well, like last year, so I learned how to make my own like graphic design videos, like the spinning vinyl videos.
Oh yeah, that helps a lot for online stuff.
I post a lot of them up as well, as and when I can. So whenever I finish a new track, I'll always make a video sort of to go with it.
Perfect.
Because a guy in work showed me how to use a software to do it all and stuff like that, and it's quite easy to do, to be fair.
Cool.
So I use Adobe stuff, so After Effects and Illustrator as well for the image. So I know how to use all of that. So
that's good, man. Yeah,
nice. That's what I mean. So you got to be a DJ, you got to be a promoter, you got to be a graphic designer, you got to be everything these days. So
yeah. And it is possible as well. It's not like it's and that's what the reason why is like it sounds daunting, but actually they're all quite easy to pick up. After a few hours practice with all these tools, you can kind of put it all together, can't you?
That's it, mate. Yeah. So the geezer in work that showed me, he's a designer, and he said, "I'll be able to show you how to do this. This is easy." Like, and then literally, I had like an hour session with him, and he showed me how to do it from start to finish. And honestly, like, it's so easy that anyone can do it. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
The videos look good and professional. Do you know what I mean? And
it's
more content for socials, mate, and gets your music out there. So when people go to your profile, they can listen to the tunes you're making and then be like, "Oh, I really like this tune." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely helps.
That's a follower and that's a fan. Do you know what I mean? And that's the way it is.
That's it. It's a lot more fun with. It's fun making them, and it's fun just looking at them all on someone's profile.
That's it.
It's awesome, man. Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of people like advise on that. I think it was like I can't remember, Ben Sterling, I think, said it on like a podcast or a mix he did. He said, "I want people to go to my profile and then look and see what music I'm making." Do you know what I mean? And that's what and that's so true. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to be able to sit on there and sit on someone's profile and be able to listen to their tunes.
I think
it's funny when you see the Ghost as well. You don't see many studio videos. You just see tune videos, which is quite funny. So I always try and put a couple of Ableton videos up as well, just so people know that I make my own stuff.
I think it helps. All the Ghost guys, yeah.
That's what I call them anyway.
Yeah,
just lazy, really, but it's fine. Whoever works for you, mate. That's what I say.
Yeah, I think so, man. It's all about like just having fun with the music and how you're putting it out there and stuff, man.
So much fun though, like a feeling of accomplishment as well. You must agree. When you finish a tune, you're like, "That's an accomplishment." I feel, do you know what I mean? For a good feeling.
No, it does, man. Yeah.
Can't beat it. Do you know what I mean?
I think so it works both ways. Like you want you don't want to spend all this time on a track and not to come out. So it's quite interesting. And then you get over a certain point where you know it's got to work, and that's the best part about it, like the effort. I think that time gets shorter each time as well, where you know it's going to work like sooner than later. So you spend less time maybe on it as well. Like you said, you get that workflow down to a T, man. Yeah.
That's it. I think for me as well, like I struggled a lot with my breakdowns at the start, but then I just like started referencing, and then got my mates, and like I said, on my lessons, after my lessons, I was still struggling with that, but then I got my mates to show me a few things, like stuff you can, and then making tunes with him, seeing how he does his breakdowns.
Cool, yeah.
And like now that's improved a lot as well. So then it just makes, like, when you start improving on little things like that, it just makes your whole tunes and tracks sound so much better.
Yep.
So that's always a good thing as well, I'd say.
Yeah, you got some crazy breakdowns, man. In your tracks, there's a couple with some that just goes into the breakdown, and there's just like an epic synth just comes in and then back out. Yeah. Trying to remember which track that was.
I was going with the synthy breakdowns for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like I said, not so much on these last few. To be fair, I say that one of the ones I've just finished, there is a synth breakdown in there.
Cool.
But it's not a lot of the effect like you're talking about. So in the synth breakdown, that's Echo Boy on SoundCloud.
Okay, cool.
Soundtoys, and you add that to it, and it gives out that echoey effect that makes it, builds it up a bit more.
Okay.
I use that plugin for that a lot. Don't always do that so much these days, but it does sound good. Anything like reverbs on claps and hats, like I've been doing a lot lately. Use filters actually as well to bring stuff out and then bring stuff back in.
That's always fun, definitely.
Which is something I've learned recently. Again, not been doing that long at all. And that sounded like, that makes it stuff sound a lot better as well. But anything you can learn, mate, just learn and do it, and if it works, then it's great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Where do all your production passions, like, what does it all stem from, man? Were you like a big fan of just like high energy, like dance music, kind of on the tech side, and just got into it that way? Is that where it comes from?
Yeah, literally. So started DJing first, bought a controller, met a few people, played at a few events, and then right, I want to learn how, I want to be an artist. I don't just want to be a DJ, I want to be an artist. You know what I mean? So I want to learn how to make my music and it to sound good. So sort of sat with done tunes with like one of my mates for a while. Wasn't happy with how stuff was sounding. I thought I need to go and learn properly. And then the whole Manchester thing come around.
Cool, yeah.
Learn properly. Yeah. Then sat with made tunes with my other mate, and sort of just gone from there really, and that's it, mate.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, I love the dance music scene, man, and it could just mate. Like such unlimited creativity. I like how like it's a global thing as well, and you could go anywhere, and there's always going to be a gang of people ready to get into it, kind of thing. So,
mate, it's mad as well. Like your music, how far it can travel around the world. I was looking at my SoundCloud stats like from last year, I think, or the year before. And you see how many countries listen to your music. And you think, wow, this is amazing. Do you know what I mean? Mental.
It's cool to see, definitely.
When you're at parties and you meet people from everywhere, like I said, I've been to like Ibiza, Budapest, Aboda on the Rock, and places like that.
Nice.
And it's meet people from all different backgrounds. Like, you know
I love all that.
Ibiza.
Yeah.
Like people from South America, people from Spain, Italy, anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's mental, mate. How many people, what places you can go for music, it really is mental.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't pricing correct, like a Brazilian roots?
Yeah, Brazilian, yeah.
But I know I saw there's a guy representing them.
He's based here though.
Yeah,
he's based in Brighton, I think.
I saw they were a kind of a collective, and one of the guys is based here. I didn't know if he was the main guy. But
he's really cool, man. Really nice guy. Yeah. I did a podcast. He asked me to do a podcast as well. The live interview, unfortunately, I had to delay it because I had COVID. I couldn't do it. Right. I was like, mate, I'm so ill, I can't do it. And he's like, mate, don't worry about it, it's fine. Like, when you're better, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So we did a live interview for that as well, which is really good. Yeah, really nice guy.
Oh, I'll check that out, man.
It's on their Instagram, I think.
Is it? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's the release, like, really good, out on all platforms, pushed it really hard.
Yep.
And like I said, the only sad thing is releasing music at the moment. You might not get the promo reach you want because people aren't checking in-flight, they're not checking their promos, they're not checking their emails. I still think it's important to release music anytime. Do you know what I mean? Music's music, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah.
You know what I
And you
mean?
can always like resubmit it like to DJs or labels like down the line again when it
That's the
picks
plan,
up
mate.
again or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's exactly it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That is the plan for sure. So sitting on ones that you really like, which is got I think 3 or 4 at the moment, and then 2 that I've just finished. When they're finished,
Yeah.
I think I've finished them actually. Yeah, I have, because I'm starting new ones. They'll be going out along with them again probably,
Yep.
and then these new ones I've started, get them finished, and then
Awesome, man. It sounds exciting.
this was like months ago as well. So I was like, wow, like he's proper like going for it. Do you know what I mean? He's just got them there ready to go. Do you know what I mean? When the time, I think he had a support from Golden City the other day actually, which is pretty good on radio. But he
Who was that?
yeah,
Sorry,
he
it
said,
cut out just at the beginning. Who was that you were talking about?
yeah, I was just saying, my mate Dan Anthony, his name is.
Okay,
He was
yeah.
saying to me he's got like a backlog of like 30, 40 tracks just sitting there, just like proper gone for it.
Amazing.
And
Wow.
he just said, yeah, just sitting there. Do you know what I mean? Ready to go for when the time comes. But he had support from Golden City the other day, which is pretty good, pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool, man. That's awesome when you get that. Yeah, kind of support.
So when he said that to me, I said, "God, I need to get a move on." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't got that.
Yeah, that helps, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely.
All right, Josh. Well, yeah, before we wrap up then, yeah, is there anything you'd like to kind of just say to watch out for or promote? So you've just had your EP out, we'll say it again, on
That's it. So,
Price Incorrect.
Rush EP on Price Incorrect. Yep. Check out all the socials. So do a monthly mix series as well. So check out that, and check out for some news on some upcoming releases as well.
Yep.
But yeah, Price Incorrect one was the latest one. The one on Waste as well. All on Spotify. All on Beatport. So yeah.
Cool, man.
All up there, mate. And let's gear forward to another another weirdish year, but another good year. Hopefully a better year, especially towards the back end of it.
No,
See some
yeah.
clubs open, hopefully.
I hope so, mate. Yeah, let's stay in touch on that. I'll be looking out for your year as well. What you're going to be releasing, man, and your mixes. So maybe we'll catch up again later in the year. See how it's
Absolutely, mate.
how it's
Bang up
gone.
for it. Bang up for it. I'll send you those tunes as well after this.
Yeah, awesome.
It ain't today, it'll be tomorrow. I promise you. I don't forget things like that. I will send them over.
Awesome.
Just your new ones I've done. I'll give you a little listen and see what you think.
Yeah, definitely. No, up for that. So I'll ping you a reply back on that one. Well, have a good rest of your evening, buddy. It's been great chatting.
Will do, mate. Thanks ever so much for having me on. Always a pleasure, mate. Nice one.
It's been a lot of fun. All right, we'll catch you soon, buddy.
Cheers, mate. In a bit, mate.
Cheers, man.